They say money can buy anything, except respect. This is the story of Daniel Gray, a man who lived like a shadow in his own home. To the world, he appeared as an ordinary, struggling husband, but hidden behind his quiet smile was a truth that could shake the entire world. He was the richest man alive, and yet his wife and her family treated him like dirt. But one day, everything changed. Daniel married Emily out of love. At least, that's what he thought. Emily came from a proud but financially struggling family. Her parents believed Daniel was beneath her because he wore simple clothes, drove an old car, and worked at what they thought was a small desk job. What they didn't know was that Daniel owned the largest network of tech companies in the world, hidden behind layers of trusts, shell companies, and private boards. To them, he was a nobody. To the financial world, he was the phantom billionaire. At family dinners, Emily's mother would sneer, "Why couldn't you marry someone successful? Look at your cousin Sarah. Her husband just bought her a new mansion." Her father would scoff, "Daniel, maybe one day you'll be worth something." Until then, don't expect respect in this house. Even Emily joined in sometimes, mocking Daniel's thriftiness, saying, "Why can't you be ambitious like other men?" Daniel never argued. He just smiled, quietly sipping his tea, because deep down, he was waiting, watching, testing. Years passed. The insults grew worse. At gatherings, Emily's family would brag about their shallow achievements while ridiculing Daniel for his cheap gifts and average life. One Christmas, Daniel gave Emily a simple necklace, delicate but crafted from one of the rarest diamonds in the world. She didn't recognize its worth. Emily threw it on the table and snapped, "Is this the best you can do? Do you know how embarrassing this is?" Her family laughed at him. That night, Daniel stood by the window staring into the city lights. He whispered to himself, "I gave them time. I gave them love, but they only see what's on the surface." The final straw came on their anniversary. Emily's family hosted a party, and in front of everyone, her brother raised a glass and joked, "To Daniel, the man who married up. May he one day afford a real suit." The guests erupted in laughter. Daniel's eyes hardened for the first time. He realized these people would never respect him. Not until they saw the truth. 1 week later, Emily's father called Daniel to demand he sell his little car to contribute money for the family's new vacation home. That same evening, Daniel received a private call from one of his CEOs about a $40 billion acquisition deal. His empire was expanding yet again. Daniel decided it was time. He invited Emily and her family to dinner at one of the city's most luxurious hotels. They were suspicious. How could Daniel afford such a place? As they sat, waiters brought out dishes most of them couldn't even pronounce. The family whispered, mocking Daniel, assuming he'd borrowed money. Then the hotel manager approached and bowed deeply. "Mr. Gray, the board of directors sends their regards. Thank you for financing the new tower." The room went silent. Emily's father blinked. "Financing what?" The manager smiled. "Why, mister? Gray owns this hotel chain. Didn't you know?" Gasps filled the table. Daniel slowly removed his wallet, pulling out a sleek black card with no limit, embossed with his name. He placed it on the table. "This should cover tonight." "And the next 1,000 dinners," Emily stammered. Daniel, you own this place?" Daniel leaned back, his voice calm but sharp. "I own more than this place. The cars you admire, the banks you borrow from, the tech in your phones, they're all mine. While you laughed at me, I built an empire you couldn't even imagine." Shock turned to desperation. Emily's mother quickly forced a smile. "Oh, Daniel, we were just joking all these years. You know how families tease." Her father added nervously, Yes. We've always respected you." But Daniel stood. His gaze was cold, powerful. "No, You respected only wealth, not people. And for that, you'll have none of mine. He turned to Emily. You mocked me for not being ambitious. But the truth is, you were never worthy of the life I could have given you. The silence was deafening. Within weeks, Daniel filed for divorce. Emily and her family, once proud and arrogant, were left scrambling with debt and shame. Meanwhile, Daniel, free from the chains of their cruelty, revealed his identity to the world, not as a victim, but as a visionary. Headlines roared. The world's richest man was hiding in plain sight. And Daniel? He finally found someone who loved him not for his wealth, but for his heart. A woman who once served him coffee every morning at a small cafe, never knowing who he truly was. When he proposed to her, he didn't do it with riches or diamonds. He simply said, "All I want is someone who sees me, not my money." She smiled, holding his hand. And that's all you'll ever have. For the first time in years, Daniel felt truly alive. Because the greatest wealth is not in what you own, but in who truly loves you when you have nothing to give.